Welcome to St. Thomas Virgin Islands. We're here at Drake's Seat, overlooking the breathtaking Magens Bay. I know, some of you are thinking, well, she's kind of lucky being able to live on an island, but did you know, I'm going to say it again, did you know that there is proof, there's actually scientific evidence that states that you too can create all you've ever wanted simply by thinking and feeling a certain way? $100 sounds nice. What? Could this really work? Let's welcome Ann Nair, who is a psychotherapist and a life and law of attraction coach. So I'm really excited to have you here. So because a real live law of attraction coach, yay!
You attracted me.
I did. So I'm going to start with the big whopper of a question.
Okay.
All right. For all the linear thinkers, for all the skeptics out there, they're going to be, well, where's this proof? Yeah, oh yeah, right, I can manifest $1,000 or the car, the house, the companion. Where's this proof? Where's this evidence?
Well, there's proof if you just start talking to your friends. People will start telling you all kinds of things that happened to them that they actually thought of. But scientifically, quantum physics introduces a principle that's shared with the law of attraction. The observer effect, the idea that if you as the observer looking at something, in fact have an impact on what you're looking at. So when physicists are looking at molecules or atoms under microscopes, they realize that the fact that they were observing what they were watching may had an effect on what they were watching. The observer changes the whole situation. So that our perspective on things shifts reality. It shifts it starting from how we see it, how we experience what's going on, but then we act based on our experience. So if we think that a situation is a positive, friendly situation, we will act in a positive, friendly way, which will have an impact on the people around us. There are experiments done where if you walk by a seedling or a plant and send it love and praise, it grows. If you don't pay any attention, and if you say, bad plant, ugly plant, it doesn't grow as well or beautifully.
Just as we would say to ourselves, oh, you're stupid,
Absolutely.
You're ugly, you're fat, all
Absolutely.
the things that we say to ourselves.
To ourselves and in our minds about everybody else.
Now,
So we're having an effect in that respect on the world around us and the people in our lives.
so you would say us, the plants, the chair, the couch, everything, the walls, the home, is all made up of energy.
All energy. We're vibrational. We live in a vibrational world. We're vibrational beings.
So if we are giving out that negative energy, because I myself have walked in a room and you just feel a vibe, you can't explain it, but just this one person, you just would rather not be around that person. Call it energy, call it a feeling, call it whatever you want to call it. But I'm sure everybody's experienced that. So, and then we tend to go to the good feeling people, the good energy people. So if we are feeling in that state of negativity, or our vibration is low, or our energy is low, how can we shift it?
We can shift it in several ways. We can sort of, one, ask ourselves what's the matter and treat ourselves with love and see what is upsetting us, what's the underlying annoyance or dissatisfaction that we're experiencing. We can look at that and we can go, well, if I don't like how I'm feeling, if I'm ill or a situation I'm in or a job or relationship, we can ask ourselves the question, what would I like? I know that I don't like this, so let me ask, from learning from what I don't like, what is it that I would like? And to change the channel in that direction, to use our negative experience to teach us as if life were a buffet table. And we go and we taste something that's all beautifully arranged and we go, ooh, yuck, I don't like that. Well, we know we don't like it, so we don't have to go back there anymore. We can go, well, what would I like? What else is there offered that I can choose from? So we refine our preferences about everything if we use our negative experiences. So if we're feeling kind of low, changing the channel, asking ourselves what we would like or how we would want to feel is one thing. And then it's having a repertoire of things that make you feel good. which we all actually do have. You know, whether it's an ice cream cone or, you know, sometimes something
Friends.
negative like smoking a cigarette, something that may not be good for us, or petting my puppy, petting your animal, or going for a walk. For me, going paddleboarding, just immediately
Or reliving a memory in your mind.
reliving a positive memory in your
Right.
mind. Yes,
Right.
that is a beautiful thing to do.
So essentially you're saying is change your language in the moment. If you're feeling a certain way, change your language, go to a different memory. So if somebody's saying, I'll never find anybody, nobody will ever love me, change that. Change the way you look at yourself and change your perspective as far as, well, let's look at it as a game, or maybe I have things to do. What else can I do? Keep your mind busy.
There's nothing more important in the law of attraction makes it clear, there's nothing more important than feeling good. So it doesn't even really matter what it is that's making you feel good, but feeling good is having raised vibrations. And the only reason that we ever want anything, whether it's the guy, the perfect job, the $1 million, is because we think that it's going to make us happy. And the best way to be a vibrational match for something that will make us happy is to be happy now.
That makes sense.
So people get very stuck in there. It's like, well, no, but he's not here yet.
When I get
I
the
don't
job,
have
when,
the job,
yeah.
so I'm going to be, it's almost saying, well, I'm going to be miserable until then, without realizing that your lowered vibration or the being miserable will continue to attract similar vibrating people, places, and things into your life, like the jobs you don't like and the difficult relationships.
Hence being stuck.
Yeah.
So when we talk about the law of attraction, everybody thinks, okay, well, I'll just think good and then that's it. But are there other factors? Are there other laws instead of just the law of attraction?
Yeah, I think there are three main laws. One is the law of attraction, which describes how things work, that we're vibrational beings, that like attracts like, that we draw into our arena people, places, and things that vibrate on a similar level to us, which is a descriptive law. The second law is the law of deliberate creation, which says that we are deliberate creators. We actually do get, and we do, in fact, create our reality. We have invited situations, the people, places, and things into our lives, whether we know it or not, and usually unconsciously, usually just by default. But if once we understand the power of our minds and our ability to focus and how the law of attraction works, we can sit down and go, okay, what do I want? I like my life. I like these aspects of my life, but I would like more of, turn this faucet on a little more. I would like to, I don't know, I'd like to live in Paris. I'd like to be driving a different car, or I'd like to be feeling differently. It doesn't have to be a thing that we want. We can sit down, and there are exercises. Picturing it, visualization is a key and often easy. We dream anyway, we daydream. So if when we're daydreaming, if we can be daydreaming that we're walking along the beach with our ideal partner, and as if it's happening now. So we're actually in the feeling place of having already received what it is that we want. Then we're walking along the beach and we're feeling good, whoever we're walking with, or whether I'm walking my dog or I'm walking on my own. I'm walking along and I'm kind of smiling because, wow, I'm picturing what I want to invite into my life. And that in itself is tremendously powerful because it raises our vibrations, and it also plants seeds. Picturing things, visual images is great. Writing is really good. Writing a little, what I call an ideal scene, where you write in the first person, present tense. I am so happy that my book is being published. Or I'm so happy to have been the first episode on JJ's highly successful interview TV show that's gone viral. Everyone's watching it. I'm smiling, the cameraman's smiling, everybody is instantly, it sort of raised our vibrations.
Yeah.
And the other thing that it did is it planted seeds, or watered seeds that JJ's already planted for creating this format this show, you know, which you've already done because you've thought about it, you had an idea, you wrote it down. I'm sure there's been a whole process to get to this point. And so you've been planting seeds all around. And if we have a seed packet for any gardeners out there or failed gardeners, and you sprinkle seeds in the earth according to the, package instructions, some of them will come up and some of them won't. Some will just be duds. Not all seeds are viable or are meant to grow, or not all of our ideas are really ready or able to be born, or even a good idea in the end. But when we plant our seeds, we water them, and it might say will germinate in a certain number of days. And I mean, when I do this, I'll walk by my seeds, and one morning I might go, oh my God, yay, there's a little green head, And I'm happy that it's grown, but I don't pull up all the other seeds to see whether they've taken root. Because in fact, if I did that, I would kill them. And whereas we do that with our ideas often. Again, I'm using the standard, the relationship, the job, the money. And we put out our intention, our desire, and maybe we visualize and feel good. And then we wake up the next day and go, well, where is he? Doesn't work. And we dig it up and we switch our focus back onto what we don't have.
So we essentially saying you have to just like the seed, we have to just plant it, let it go.
Plant
and
it,
benefit from the
water
growth.
it if that's required, which again, visualizing, picturing what we want in a positive, good feeling way, and which brings us to the last of the three important laws, which is the law of allowing. So we know how things work. We've done some exercises, deliberate creator exercises, which can be, again, drawing, visualizing, writing, singing, inviting what we want into our lives, and then, like you said, we let it go.
So do we continue the writing? Do we continue all those exercises?
You continue anything that feels good. If it feels better for you to have written your ideal scene, put it up, put it under your pillow, put it in a drawer, and just go forth.
What does let it go look like?
Let it go looks like getting on with whatever you have to do. In other words, letting go, for me, I might get up and write an ideal scene, and then I feel good, I'm in a good mood, and then I go to work. I get in my car, and maybe I'm thinking about stuff as I'm driving, but maybe not. Maybe I'm thinking about my clients. Maybe I'm thinking about what's for dinner, or my daughter, or something that I need to do. I'm not holding on to it, going, where is it? When is it? When is it going to get here? And I'm very vigilant, which is an important ingredient, is to make sure that what you're focused on is what you want, rather than the lack of it. We so often switch into like, well, where is he? Which is focusing on the empty space. Or I asked for money, like, how come I only have $10 in my bank account?
And that's what you'll get more of, the lack of. Because that's what
and we lower our vibrations, and we send out a request. I mean, the universe just hears the desire. They don't hear whether it's happening or not. I mean, that's what's so powerful about visualizing or ideal scenes as well, because requests put out to the universe, your mind and what higher power, source energy can't tell the difference between reality and imagination. So if we're really good at imagining and picturing, what's being put out there is what we're picturing.
So for somebody who says, where is he, or where is it, or I did all the steps that she said and I still don't have it, in that ideal client or person, what do you think are the mistakes that typically a person would make?
One is what I just said, is focusing on what lack rather than what we want to create. Being very magnetized by what we call reality. So it's like, I hate my job. I still don't have money. I still don't have my ideal partner in my life. Life sucks. and staying focused on our experience of what's happening now, which invites more of the same into our lives. When we say we want things, again, money, love, a great career, and we're doing all the right things, we're doing our ideal scenes, we're picturing, and it's still not coming, the place to look is our underlying unconscious beliefs, our limiting beliefs. I mean, if I say that I want to be in a loving, harmonious relationship, and once I start really talking about my experience of relationships or my early childhood, my parents, I might realize that, hey, I've never seen a really positive relationship. I actually, in my gut, I don't believe it's possible. If that's what I'm harboring inside, even though on top I've pasted this beautiful, idyllic bride magazine photograph, I'm going to be working at cross purposes. So I really will need to perhaps go see a therapist or begin to think about what are your really inner fears, mostly disempowering, negative thoughts about yourself and about what's possible.
You're cleaning out your closet.
Right.
Of all the negative, the maladaptive thinking and the negative thoughts.
So you're not applying these templates on the world that really come from your own experience, which has not always been positive. If I want to be very wealthy, and I secretly think that really wealthy people are greedy pigs, it's not going to happen. I will really need to open up a space and perhaps look for evidence that they're extremely wealthy people who have big hearts. For love, I'll give people assignments to walk around and find evidence of love. Just notice people, even little, I love watching, like brothers and little sisters walking home from school, or somebody helping somebody, or a couple making out in the park, is look for evidence in your world that there are loving relationships, and find evidence to support the conclusion that you want to get behind.
So then that would be one tool that people could use, is look for evidence. You spoke about journaling. You spoke about doing pictures.
A vision board is a great way to put your pictures in a creative framework.
What are some other tools that people could use that they could start right now?
Okay, one tool which is a kind of fun and helpful tool has to do with we're all so busy. We all have these endless to-do lists.
Yeah.
Right?
I know.
You relate? Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you take a piece of paper and you divide it in half, and you put your name on the top of one column, and you put the universe on the top of the other column, you take your one long, endless list that might give you a headache or want to make you take a nap, and you take 3 to 5 items from your to-do list that you're really going to do today, that you realistically, I'm going to go to the post office, I'm going to fill my car up with gas, I'm going to call Ann and set up this interview, and you put them on your list. Everything else goes on the universe's list. And at the end of a day, or you do your stuff, and when you finished your list, you can look on the universe's list and move a few things back over to your side. But I guarantee that you'll notice that there are things on the universe's side that have been done. People you had called, blah, blah, blah. They called you.
Oh, so you're putting that on the universe side, not like food shopping.
Everything.
You split it up completely?
You have your one to-do list, and you just take the few things that you're actually going to do today to put on your list. You put everything on the universe's list, including the food shopping.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
And you may need to switch, once you're done with your stuff, you might switch the food shopping if you still don't have the food. But you never know. Somebody might call you up and say, do you need anything at the store? Or I'm on my way home, I'm stopping at Costi Last, can I pick you up? Can I pick up something? Maybe you get invited out to dinner. You don't need the whatever you were going to buy at the store today. You can do it another time.
So your to-do list is for the day or for the week?
Well, my to-do list, I do one for the day. But this is more for the big. I don't think we get whatever's overwhelming you. Let's put it that way.
Okay.
You could do it for the day. do it in a short way. Maybe you have 10 people you wanted to call, and you'll notice at the end of the day, maybe you don't even need to call some of those people anymore, like it all got taken care of, or it was a moot point, or somebody called you or sent you an email, or you were going to look for a gardener and your gardener showed up and said, oh, do you need any help? It's, thank you, universe.
I like that. I'm going to try that.
It's called the placemat process.
The placemat process. If people want to contact you, how
I
can they
have
do so?
a website, which is www.lifecoachparadise.com. And on that website, there's a blog, and I've just started posting an audio. I have a radio spot on our local NPR station and on WSTA here, a weekly spot, which I'm turning into a podcast.
Oh, so anybody can listen to it, basically.
Anybody will be able to listen to it by
Perfect.
going to my website. And it's
And-
called Postcards from Paradise.
Postcards, but your website is
Lifecoachparadise.com, which is a way to get in touch with me. Also, as far as, finding out more about my coaching services, and also about my psychotherapy, making an appointment to see me for psychotherapy services. And it's a beautiful combination because I've been able to help people uncover and clear out their closets.
Right, right.
And see some of the things that are holding them back and release them, and then help them with putting these tools and practices into effect to get better and better
Right.
at deliberate creation.
Well, thank you. You gave us a lot of tools, a lot of things to work on.
You're
I'm
very
excited to
welcome.
start my to-do list now.
Yes, the
Normally,
universe.
normally it's a chore, but I'm like, yay.
See what the universe can take
Exactly.
care
So it'll
of.
be a nice
Yeah.
experiment, right?